It's Cash Color Cannabis, a high-level conversation. It's your host, Mecca King, and this podcast is sponsored tonight by Atlantis Clothing. From our drug lord to our Atlantis and our Return of the Viper shirts, all available right now at atlantisclothing.com, so make sure you stop by today and shop there. Today I want to talk a little bit about how the music industry is changing. Thanks to COVID, we actually watched artists and labels have to quickly adapt into a new space where there's no longer large shows. You can't do club shows, social distancing. A lot of things just kind of mess things up. So labels and artists alike all have to be a little bit ahead of the curve nowadays when it comes to planning stuff. Street Execs has always been ahead of the curve. Whether you think about the Pink Trap House or even the Dab and Santa, Street Execs has always been a little bit ahead of the crowd when it comes to marketing and just knowing how to reach an audience. So I thought it would be dope to speak to somebody from Street Execs today about, just how Street Execs does stay ahead of the crowd when it does come to marketing and hip hop. Their latest activation, which is a parking lot concert series, and just kind of maintaining through this COVID space and making sure that they keep their artists alive and kicking, man. So I got one dude who's going to help me out in discussing this, and that's my boy Al from Street Execs. Al, what's good with you, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. A lot of people probably know Al. You easily seen this man running around Atlanta if you've been in Atlanta, man. But you probably don't know him that much because Al don't got an IG.
Nah, I don't do that.
Matter of fact, we know you as no IG Al for the most part, man.
Right. I don't take the time to post, but I do got some pictures and some moments on IG. But I just don't take the time of my day to make an IG post.
Nah, I feel you, man. You know what? I wanted to ask you that question. Like, why have you just decided not to have an IG? It's not something you wanted to do?
It's kind of like what you just said, kind of like staying ahead of the curve. So it's like when you're a leader like myself, if you can watch my every move, then you can start to think you can do what I do. See what I see. But when I'm invisible, then when I strike, and it's like a snake or something. You can't see it coming. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's powerful. Yeah. But if I water it down, you can just follow my moves, follow my thoughts, follow my weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? And all that type of stuff. I wouldn't be as potent.
I think you just dropped a jewel on y'all, man. So Al, talk to us about how you got involved with Street Execs in the first place. Like, what made you? How'd you find your way over to the imprint?
I started it.
Oh, okay. Talk to us.
Yeah. Right.
Talk to us.
It was a dream I had way back in the G. You know what I'm saying? And I started running around with the brand, and it meant nothing at one point. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Now it's one of the strongest brands in urban America. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So it was just, I started it, hustling like anybody else, and hustling mixtapes. You get what I'm saying? Then I met my partner, Techniques. You get what I'm saying? I met him, and he was a DJ at the time. Yeah. And we was doing the mixtapes, like, back we kind of old, so when we got in the game, like DJ Drama was like the #1 DJ, and the Gangsta Grill mixtapes, like that was like the biggest shit to the underground at the time. You know what I'm saying? So me being a hustler and me studying and watching what everybody was doing, I met Techniques and we started doing our own mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? If you buying, we selling Georgia Muscle, and we started getting notoriety for doing what we doing. So in doing that too, we was doing the mixtapes with the DJs. But I also went and got a brick and mortar store on the east side at Value Mall, Flea Market. You know what I'm saying? So I always knew how to drive a sale or how to drive revenue within the game. So it's like, I guess that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? As a manager, as a CEO, as an entrepreneur, it's like I'm always looking for the sale. I'm always looking for the activation. I'm always looking for the consumer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm just programmed that way. So I started there, and then doing mixtapes, and then we met Charlie. You get what I'm saying?
Shout out to Charlie, man. Charlie's an underrated dude also in the industry, man.
Shout out to Charlie, you know what I'm saying? That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? That's my white brother. You get what I'm saying? So Charlie actually had a group at the time. You get what I'm saying? By the name of Travis Porter. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? He was working with Dave. So it was like a gumbo. So me and Tech was in the streets doing the mixtapes, fucking with the underground. Charlie was on the computer. Dave was really just learning things in the school. Doing digital marketing with internet radio, kind of like what we're doing now, you know what I'm saying, 10, 15 years ago. So he was ahead of the curve with his podcast. And then we just started, we was young and ambitious. And then we had a chance to really be decision makers for a product. And we start making history.
Yeah, facts, man. And I know, I remember when Charlie used to manage Travis Porter, because I feel like, did he manage 2 Chainz at the same time? Was he managing Chainz around then?
That was all part of the evolution.
That was part of it? Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We started with Travis Porter. You get what I'm saying? Collectively, like I said, Charlie had the group first.
Yeah.
And me and Techniques was doing the Street Exec thing. And him and Dave had something to go on. So we had a power meeting, power circle, and we made a decision to carry the flagship of Street Execs and brand that. And we started building. So Travis Porter was our first national act. And then there really wasn't even Charlie's vision for the 2 Chainz project. You get what I'm saying? The 2 Chainz project was brought in by Techniques. You get what I'm saying? That was Techniques' vision. You get what I'm saying? He spent a lot of time with it. He developed it. But you get what I'm saying? It came all through the system. So we built Travis Porter up, and then we brought 2 Chainz under. You know what I'm saying? And he's still doing what he's doing. But we started with Travis.
Facts, man. And y'all did a great job. With Travis, it was you're dealing with younger kids, you know what I'm saying? So it was a little bit, I ain't gonna say easier, but it's that bit easier when you're dealing with a younger group, especially as early as that. But with Chainz was already kind of in the industry for a second, you know what I'm saying? So it was looking like almost a rebrand. Like I remember when they had the Codeine Cowboy mixtapes, and it was like 2 Chainz was literally reintroducing himself for a second, and it just went everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Before you knew it, it was like you hear 2 Chainz, you hear Street Execs, and it was almost like they was this whole new wave out of Atlanta. So it was really dope to kind of see that happen.
Right. Well, to me, I feel different. I feel Travis Porter was more harder to break and to get off the ground.
Okay.
I feel 2 Chainz, when we came in, it's like we was excited. What attracted us to the 2 Chainz brand was his talent and his relationships and his charisma. You know what I'm saying? So when we got with 2 Chainz had relationships and new people that we were still trying to know.
Yeah.
So it's like, with our know-how and those resources, we turned, you know what I'm saying, we turned it into a machine.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's really what it was. It was like, we had our know-how with his resources and the people we know. I was like, shout out to 2 Chainz. Like, I remember flying to Miami smoking a blunt with Birdman. You get what I'm saying? 10 years ago. You get what I'm saying? Well, you know what I'm saying? This networking with 2 Chainz, we still doing mixtapes. It's just his network was just, you know what I'm saying, that powerful. You know what I'm saying? He was among those elite people. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So when he put us amongst those people, it was easy for us to keep it developing.
Yeah, and eventually we saw Street Execs branch out, and you picked up other artists, from Dolph to Bankroll. Speak to us about how I guess how Street Execs even found those type of artists. Like what led you to a young Dolph, and what led y'all to a Bankroll?
Shout out to Bankroll. I got my Street Brother shirt on today. You know what I'm saying? Bankroll Fresh. Bankroll Fresh, that was a project that I brought in. You get what I'm saying? That was a project that I fell in love with. It was introduced to me by several different people at the time. You get what I'm saying? If you know anything about Bankroll, he was in everybody's network. Everybody loved him. So, you know what I'm saying? He was going on the road with Travis Porter at the time. Him and Scrap was good friends, good musician friends. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of, like, Bankroll started at Street Execs as a headache. You know what I'm saying? Like, I met Bankroll as being a problem because, Travis Porter going on the road is already a group. You get what I'm saying? Then Scrap got his little rap partner. He want to bring on the road with him. You get what I'm saying? So you know how that is. All your group members ain't feeling that. Like, who is this nigga? Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Who's this nigga in the way? You get what I'm saying? So that's how I actually met Bankroll through through the group, grieving through, like, who's this nigga? Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So, after a while, but you know what I'm saying? Bankroll being a street nigga, hood nigga that he was, like, he was on a mission. He didn't care how nobody felt. Every time that car moved, every time Travis Porter had a show, he was going. You know what I'm saying? So you get what I'm saying?
That hustle was real for him.
That hustle was real. So you know what I'm saying? After a while, they got over that emotional, like, who's this nigga? And it become camaraderie. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So Scrap started turning me on to his music. You get what I'm saying? You got my boy, my nephew, who loved me to death, who killed me on Instagram. Like, I got an Instagram, Fresh Jones. You know what I'm saying? Fresh Jones talks so bad about me on Instagram, like I can read it. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, Fresh Jones turned me on to Block 125. It was a lot of folks who I asked about Bankroll.
Yo, Bankroll had a name out in these streets. Yeah,
Bankroll had a name, so it's like I kind of threw it out there everywhere. But I used to throw these big old lake parties back in the day. You know what I'm saying, at Lake Lanier, and I invited them to the lake party. You get what I'm saying? And I played this record. I used to love the record. It had Rich Homie Quan on. It was showing me how to do it. You know what I'm saying? But the sound quality and everything was just so bad. It was just like, bro, what you doing? Like, you hard. You get what I'm saying? And then he dropped, you know what I'm saying? We kind of stayed in contact, but not sort of. And then he dropped his mixtape, Life of a Hot Boy. You get what I'm saying? And I went to the listening party. You get what I'm saying? And I started building with him. And I was like, shit, I told him I believe in him. And he was like, shit, so do everybody else. You get what I'm saying? So it was just one of them relationships. You know, he had his own team. He had his own thing going on at the time. So I had to kind of work and show him that I believed in this product and I can develop this product. You know what I'm saying? So we went on that journey. You know what I'm saying? We all know how it ended. You know what I mean? So we ain't got to get into that. But Bankroll came through just being in the game. You know what I'm saying? Being around people who, you know what I'm saying, around talent, scrap, producers, stuff like that. And we just kind of clung and had a synergy to grow and develop.
And Dolph.
Dolph was, you know what I'm saying? Dolph was a Street Execs client way back in the day. You get what I'm saying? Techniques did his mixtape 10, 15 years ago, him and Rocksteady. You get what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? Charlie actually got in the car and went and had the meetings with Dolph. But I will actually say Rocksteady, who is Dolph DJ, really believed in us and believed in our brand and seen what we did. Like, he was like one of our consultants, our vendors, like in the Memphis area.
Okay.
Like when we get to working talent and breaking talent, you know what I'm saying? He was a guy that we can go through for meet and greets, servicing records, you get what I'm saying? All that type of stuff in his market. You get what I'm saying? So DJ Rocksteady believed in us, what we was doing, so he was telling Dolph about what Street Execs does. You get what I'm saying? So I got to give the credit for Dolph being a Street Exec artist to DJ Rocksteady. Right. And it took me a long time and all the adversity of the relationship to really realize why Dolph was doing business with Street Execs. So shouts out to DJ Rocksteady for believing in us way back in the day and turning us onto a successful artist.
Yeah, and before we get into anything else, you got one more artist I'd love to get into, which is Skooly. Another one that I feel like y'all took and really helped get to another space from, you know, being a part of the group initially, being in the group initially to letting this boy really fly as a solo artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's it like putting, you know, Skooly's been a lot of work. You know, what's it like putting in that work with Skooly?
Mr. Growing Up Hip Hop himself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like in Atlanta, it's like he really grew up hip hop.
Facts, man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think just with the data that I have in the market and just knowing Skooly's brand, I think Skooly is just one of those brands that has, like, he's been a star for so long. You get what I'm saying? So he's, you know how it is. It's kind of like when you start out front, you know what I'm saying? Like, Skooly got out ahead of folks.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, laughing folks with talent, exposure, just opportunity, just notoriety. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people had a chance to study him, watch him, you know what I mean, and catch up to him. You get what I'm saying? So it's like now we in a rebranding from, because he was like a young child star, young local hood star. You get what I'm saying? So now he's growing, he's maturing as a man, as an artist, as a brand.
Yeah, you got the fashion now.
Yeah,
like,
you get what I'm saying? So now we're trying to get that spark again, you know what I'm saying, with his brand in a more mature state. You get what I'm saying? I think when we look at his brand, we think about what he was and not what he's been. But he's so young, so we gotta let him still grow. Yeah. You know, we gotta let him still live and be an artist. And that's the game is unforgiving to that. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the game say, hey man, you've been working 10, 15 years, you ain't figured it out yet.
In fact, you get
what I'm saying? Like, that's how the game feel.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's like, but you look at him, he's a 25-year-old man. You get what I'm saying? He still got a lot of room and a lot of growing and a lot of opportunity in front of him.
Dang,
you get what I'm saying?
He's still young. Like, I really feel like I've been watching Skooly years since he was like a kid, man.
You have, and that's you know what I'm saying? So it's like we watched him as a kid, so now we got to watch him as a man, and he got to find his space.
Yeah. You know what I like about the music industry now is I see a lot of people trying new techniques and new things, especially when it comes to marketing. Like I'll give you an example. From things like Trap Museum to even Motel 21 that 21 Savage did. People are looking outside of the box and not doing some of the same old stuff.
You know what? Hold on. Yeah. Oh, you about to say it? Never mind. Go ahead.
I feel like Street Execs has a hand in all of that. You know what I mean? Like, and the first thing I could think of is the Pink Trap House. And I said the Pink Trap House, I feel like spawned a lot of things that we're seeing as far as this new quote unquote creativity that some of these artists.
Hey man, shouts out to every creative director, every marketer, every free spirit in the world. But I'm the hardest motherfucker in the South doing this shit.
Tell him.
You get what I'm saying? Period. Clickbait, put that out first, whatever. Like, shouts out to all them folks who doing all that stuff from Trap Museum to all that stuff. Y'all know who inspired y'all. Yeah. Give me my flowers while I'm here.
Facts. And I think y'all did a great job with it, man. Speak to us about coming up with some of those ideas. Like, how did the Pink Trap House idea come about? How did the Pink Trap House idea come about?
It's really just working like it's crazy. Like, maybe I gotta let people in. It's like I really run like a business. Like, I really have like a staff. They really gotta report to work in the morning. They really gotta sit in marketing meetings. They really gotta present deliverables to me. They really get payroll. They really got benefits. You get what I'm saying? So it's like
you got responsibility.
Yeah, Street Execs is like a real business. Like, you know what I'm saying? So as I was blessed to grow and obtain revenue and stuff like that. Yeah, I brought some cars and some jewelry and stuff like that too, but I put a lot of money back in my business, and that's why it's so strong and so powerful. You get what I'm saying? Because it's really operated as a business. So what come, you know what I'm saying, we just studied the game, and the Paint Trap House came for us. 2 Chainz had this color. We had an album campaign called Pretty Girls Like Trap Music. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And he had the pink aesthetic in a house, and we worked with Gucci Ghost and all these other people. You get what I'm saying? Along the way, you know what I'm saying? We was in office after office, dope person after dope person. So, you know, I got to give Spotify everything. I got to give the credit to life and to the person I am. It's like going on that album run, like I said, sitting with Gucci Ghost, sitting with Spotify, sitting with YouTube, sitting with 2 Chainz, you know what I'm saying? Sitting with all these people along the way, you know what I'm saying, making an album. And I think me and my team was in LA. We was doing something in LA, shooting a video or something. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, we work hard, but we also play hard too. So it's like, I think we got in the car and we rode to LA Live, and this when Godzilla was coming out. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, when I'm moving around, I'm always studying, I'm always working. So they had this big ass Godzilla, you know what I'm saying, activation in the middle of LA Live. You get what I'm saying? Like physical, like activation, like, you know what I'm saying, people doing it. You get what I'm saying? So that's stuck in my mind as I start to develop my product in my business for what I'm about to give out to the world. Because I feel like my product, what I'm doing is the same thing as that Godzilla movie. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, cool. I was in the Apple meetings, the Spotify meetings and all this, and I'm getting all the inspiration and stuff like that. So I was like, man, we need a physical place where people can, you know, come experience Pretty Girls Like Trap Music from the Pink House, you get what I'm saying, to the artwork we put in there. You get what I'm saying? You see how the Trap House, you get what I'm saying, Trap Museum. It's like, when you came to the Trap House, it was like even the city and everybody who came by, they came by and was like, what's going on in here? Got trap inside, and you walk in, it was an art exhibit. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It threw people off. So it was like, oh man, y'all ain't doing nothing. Go. So it's like, we painted the house pink. You get what I'm saying? And me being from the hood, you get what I'm saying? I'm from a small town called Savannah, Georgia. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, like cars being in the front yard that don't work no more, all that type of shit. Like that shit was like regular life to me, right? Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you couldn't really have a hood house and you know what I'm saying, be a part of the hood without sitting on a car with the busted window all your life, and they tell you you're gonna hurt yourself, but it's like it's right there. So it's right there. So it's part of my playground. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna flip off it, I'm gonna sit on it, you know what I'm saying? It's part of it. So it's like just putting the aesthetic of the trap house and the aesthetic of a real emotion. It's like, you know what I'm saying, like I'm a real hip hop baby, I'm a real urban baby, I'm a real single family baby, I'm a real grandmother raised me on the couch type of baby. So I really understand, you get what I'm saying, the urban struggle, the urban emotion, and the urban texture to what we live, which is be normal. Because I didn't know I was part of poverty or part of segregation until I was a grown man. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Because in my town where I come from, all the black people right here, we eat together, we sleep together, we go to school together. I don't even see no white people. It was not even a part of my, you get what I'm saying, a part of my notion of white and black. It was only black. And you go messing with white people, your ass going to jail. That's how my town was. You get what I'm saying? So as I evolve, I start to see stuff a different way. So it's like I really come from that urban, you know what I'm saying, emotion of hip hop. So when I get to doing my art and get to giving back, it touched everybody because it's real. Ain't no culture, ain't no cap on it.
No, and it was beautiful. You know what I mean? Like to see the pink track house lit up, whether it be at night or in the day, it was beautiful. It was almost like it was living art. It was a living art, and it was a testimony to how beautiful the hood actually is. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it gave really that aesthetic, which made people want to go down and take pictures, and which made it become like this whole status thing where if you come to Atlanta, you got to stop by the Pink Trap House. Right. I feel like it made people, you know, it gave a different look to what an actual hood experience is, and it let people all try kind of
right. And in my journey, I didn't time step that correctly. You know what I'm saying? In my journey, in my resume, in my endure, you know what I'm saying, my endeavors. You get what I'm saying? Like if you know, you know. You get what I'm saying? So that's a powerful thing too. But the Paint Trap House was so powerful and so big, I should have time stepped it and stood on it a little bit bigger than what I did.
Well, y'all did y'all thing, because I feel like, well, you know it. You know, it spun off in a lot of different ways. Like the life of the Paint Trap House will always live, thankfully, because of other things like Trap Museum and Motel 21s and all those, and the activation is going to continue. So, and you continue, and Street Execs itself is continuing to kind of set the bar for what's next, and when it comes to music, especially during COVID. You know, I had mentioned when COVID first struck, the people I knew who was going to be hurt most were rappers. You know what I mean? Because if you can't go into this club and you can't go into this venue and do a live show,
Correct.
What the hell you about to do? You know, ain't nobody ever thought about a plan B. You know what I'm saying? To that moment. And as we are going into months into COVID, and I'm watching people do, you know, D-Nice is doing lives on IGs and all this stuff, and I think that's super dope, but IG is not a platform you can really monetize. Like, people really got to figure out how to get a cake, you know what I'm saying, get a bag. And then I started seeing this thing called the Parking Lot Concert Series. Correct. And I said, who the fuck came up with it? I said, matter of fact, I remember telling Ty, I said, that gotta be a fucking Street Execs thing. Like, the way that's set up is so dope, and that has to be a Street Execs thought, that we can still do these shows and still be compliant in what's going on right here and give fans a different experience. So speak to us about the Parking Lot Concert Series, man. And I guess, like, what spawned that off? And matter of fact, was it simply because Travis Porter was having their anniversary party? I know their album was turning 10 years at that time, I thought.
It had nothing to do with Travis Porter. You know what I'm saying? Like, Travis Porter definitely came to the parking lot and blew it up and got it more recognized than what it was at the time. But it actually came from Mr. Grown Up Hip Hop. Skooly.
Word.
And you know what I'm saying? It was a Street Exec idea, but we was in the process of working Skooly's album, Nobody Likes Me. You get what I'm saying? So he got hit with the pandemic doing this album cycle. You get what I'm saying? But it's like, for me, I do a lot of other things outside of hip hop, but hip hop and music and rapping and selling music is my primary income. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Probably like a lot of other people. So it was like, the way I look at it is like, so if I don't put this album out, if I don't come up with campaigns, if I don't figure out how to move in this time, it's like, what we gonna do? You get what I'm saying? Then you got people saying it's the new normal. You know, my pops calling me every day, asking me what I'm gonna do, what my vision is, how I'm gonna adapt and adjust. You get what I'm saying? As a father, is trying to give me guidance. Like, I don't know what you're gonna do. I know you ain't gonna listen to me, but shit, tell me something. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I mean? So I start looking, and like, even from the sense of, like I said, how I run my business. It's like I got a brick and mortar business. Like, I got a studio in West Midtown, like, you know what I'm saying, big, with a big sign on it and everything. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I got like 5 studio rooms, 5 offices and stuff like that. So it went from being a brick and mortar physical space to I'm pulling up every day. It's like, why the fuck do I got 5,000 square feet to see nobody but me and my dog?
Yeah, exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
You start counting that power bill.
Yeah, I'm starting to, everything is like, okay, this shit pretty cool, but it's like, they say we here now, and this is where we at. So it's like, cool. It's like, you know, I struggled with it. I battled over it. I got mad about it. I probably did some wrong things and been mean to people, and you know what I'm saying? And I start thinking, and you know what I'm saying? I think we shot our first video during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? I got with the team, was like, hey man, wear masks, gloves, whatever you need to do to feel safe or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We going to work. Yeah, or you don't got to go to work. It was a choice. Or you don't got to go to work, but just like Delta and everybody else can't afford to pay their employees not to work. So what y'all think? They got way more money than me.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Them folks got way more money than me. So you know what I'm saying? If you feel you can't come to work and you got to go shelter in place, just know your role as Street Execs is going to be shelter in place. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like, I just can't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I just couldn't afford to make sure you was okay and for me not to work at all on my business. Like, I don't have a loan, I don't have a big homie, I don't have none of that. It's like, this is my bread and butter. You get what I'm saying? So we got to that point. So we was working Skooly album. So we shot one night in the streets of Atlanta. Like, I think we was like at the underground, 5 points. It's like nobody out, like no police, no nothing. We getting every dope shot we need. You get what I'm saying? So I was like, shit, like, if I can go to work and nobody else ain't going to work, I'm gonna keep going to work.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about, we ain't had no not one hesitation. Like, the little cars that was passing through, they was actually stopping, letting us do whatever we was doing and then proceed. And so I was like, okay, if that's how it's gonna be, ain't nobody else out there. Me and you, we gonna keep working. Everybody else gonna stop. Yeah. So with that thought, like, we went to the drive-in with his listening party. So it's like, he had an album. So how I'm gonna activate people and share his album in the quarantine. So my first quarantine idea was, and I'm quite sure people did it before. Matter of fact, I know people did it before. I know Tune Day and 6 Black did the drive-in for their album campaign. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But timing is everything. You get what I'm saying? So we did Skooly's album listening party at the drive-in, where you can tune in on an FM dial. You get what I'm saying? Stay in your car, you know what I'm saying, and listen to his new music. That was the first thing. But while I'm sitting there, like I said, I'm always working. I'm sitting there. I said, we done brought everybody out in Atlanta. Everybody in their cars listening to Skooly's music. So I'm sitting there like, dang, 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 dang. You get what I'm saying? I'm a hustler. So it's like, that activation was free. You get what I'm saying? So we got back to the drawing board. We went back to work.
Said no more free.
We went back to work. We went back to work and say, so people will actually come out, stay in their cars to still partake with our culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had the proof of concept with the drive-in. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, cool. It was free, and I didn't do a live performance. So now I said, okay, how do I drive revenue? Okay, Skooly, you ain't performed, so people ain't gonna pay you to pull up on you or buy a ticket to pull up on you. Like, you ain't that hot. You ain't nobody that hot. So it's like, shit. But okay, like, if you perform live, now we can charge a ticket and see what's up. So I went and found this parking lot that you and everybody else know.
Yeah.
Bonfire.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Bonfire, Murphy Park, Asa, all those good folks over there. You get what I'm saying? So as you ride past it now, it's nothing. So I was saying I took the drive-in formula as far as parking the cars. You get what I'm saying? Having a vantage point on the screen. You get what I'm saying? Entertaining folks.
Bro, it looked dope. Like, I saw the drones recently, and I'm looking at the perspective, the whoever filmed it, you seeing it from Dro from the back, and you just looking down the line, and I'm like, shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this really might be the new normal.
Now we selling them out. People, I mean, shouts out to the parking lot concert. Shouts out to the parking lot concert fans and consumers. Like, they show up every week. Last week it rained for Pee Wee Longway. They showed up and showed out. So it's like,
Longway
it's definitely
different though. They gonna go through some rain.
Yeah, they definitely buying into the concept and supporting the business model. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I can definitely say it has definitely been a success every week.
Yeah. Have anybody cited worries? 'Cause I know we're still in the space where people are concerned about spikes in COVID and things like that. Has anybody had any worries about the event or have expressed to you any worries about it?
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like nothing in life is good. You gotta have some negative things that going on too. You get what I'm saying? So the backlash about it is the social distance, is the COVID, is the large gathering. You get what I'm saying? But the idea of it is to large gather within your car and to practice social distance while still socializing. You get what I'm saying? Urban America, we still trying to learn how to do it. But how I program my event, we have a mask sponsor. We give everybody masks. I can't make you wear a mask. We give everybody a mask at the gate.
See,
you get what I'm saying?
I be saying Lyft need to do that, or Uber. If Uber's demanding that you wear a mask, you need to give me one. There need to be an Uber branded mask.
Right. So as the programming of the event, like when you come in and you ride up, and as we scan your ticket, we give you a mask.
Word.
You get what I'm saying? You already in your car. So you drive in, you get your personal parking space. You get what I'm saying? Okay, we do have vending where you can get some food and beverage and hookahs and stuff like that. But you can walk over there, it's like you going to CVS or the gas station. You can walk over there and respectfully social distance and respect what we're going on in the world. You get what I'm saying? So the event, you know what I'm saying, has a social distance COVID model. You get what I'm saying? It's like that's what it's for. I want you to come, stay in your car. If you don't stay in your car, get you a lawn chair, stay close to your car. You get what I'm saying? Enjoy your friends and family, enjoy, you know what I'm saying, the music and entertainers that you love. You know what I'm saying? So that's the programming of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting better week to week with trying to just make sure, you know what I'm saying, I'm being safe and being conscious of what's going on in America. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't want to not work or give people something they want because of the unknown. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, there's a lot of gray area out there, and I think everybody can have their own opinion. And however you feel about me and what I'm doing with my business at this time, it's just like, it is what it is.
Do you feel like this is a new wave of trying to do live shows, like having manners like this, where we still have fans, we still have people come out, but we have them in a way where we're not forcing you to be in a bubble. We're just giving you a situation where you could do something you're not standing directly on somebody. Like, do you feel like what you're doing is this concept could be what's next?
This concept is definitely what's next. You get what I'm saying? I can't say I started it, but I definitely was the first people in Atlanta to do it. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just doing your research. Like when we leave this interview and everybody in the room who can hear, it's like if you go to Live Nation, you know what I'm saying? Activation, they got their new concert.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
My wife
you know
brought that up. She said, "Yo, Live Nation doing them right now."
So Live Nation is doing that too. You know what I'm saying? You pull up in a parking lot. You know what I'm saying? You park in your car. You social distance. They got a big old stage, so it's like this is going to be the new normal. So
they
like,
did it with Kenny Chesney. They did it with Kenny Chesney not too long.
And they got one coming with Nelly, who did Blowfish and Golf Book. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, like once the other people do it, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like right now, it's like I guess I'm the one who figured out the formula in urban America. So it's like, you get what I'm saying? Once it loosen up and it gets a little normal, and I'm not monopolizing on it, I think some of the people and the tastemakers and the influencers and the powers that be that's kind of on my back about what I'm doing, I think they'll loosen up because it'll give other people opportunity. But right now, I think I'm monopolized in the market space.
You big dogging it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? There's often a conversation about what Atlanta has and what Atlanta doesn't have. Like, they'll say Atlanta has this vibrant scene with Black Hollywood, clearly. People come here to film and do recordings and do all that. But when it comes to having to have a check cut, when it comes to having to actually go to media, there's always this connotation that Atlanta people have to go other places. And I think that's not true. And when I look at it, especially when it comes to the label situation, I look at models like yours and QC that we actually almost have that. So why is it, I guess, Street Execs is not that label that people in Atlanta would have to go to in order to really come on? Like, why isn't they branched out to that part yet?
Mainly because of me. You get what I'm saying? It's like I didn't offer label services.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel you can't have everything. You get what I'm saying? It's like if I would have started giving label services or operating as a label, I feel I would have been successful. You get what I'm saying? But if you listen to, as the conversation went on, I started as a marketing management company.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I was, you know what I'm saying, I was partnering up with labels and getting sales and commissions off of the revenue and the money I drove. You get what I'm saying? So it's like everything, you gotta be a professional. It's like label management, legal, admin, PR, all that shit different. You get what I'm saying? And to be good at it, you got to be good at it. You got to focus on it. But when you the manager trying to be the label, like P started that shit. P don't manage none of them big ass artists. You get what I'm saying? P operate as a label.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Coach K started out as me. Coach K ain't managing none of them damn artists. Coach K's running a label. You get what I'm saying? So a label services may be my next tier in entertainment business, but who knows? I don't know. I may be Al Heyman. I may be the biggest hip hop promoter now. I don't know. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna see how the tree shake for the next thing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Street Execs is here to stay. You get what I'm saying? I don't think it's gonna be a hell of a hurricane to come knock that motherfucker down.
I feel you.
You get what I'm saying? I think that's here to stay for hip hop. What we did for the culture, the artists that we done broke in the city, in the market, nationwide. So I mean, the next chapter may be label services. Next chapter maybe movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Bro, I feel like the movie thing might be down y'all lane. Like, I've been to Street Exec Studios plenty of times. Y'all got the space, especially in the back and all that. Y'all got the space where y'all could be filming movies there on a regular basis.
Yeah, we got the space. You know, I guess entrepreneurs work off passion. I guess when I get that next passion for what I want to do, kind of like the parking lot.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, that's my passion right now. As you see, is like it's super successful, it's super growing. Like, we just dropped a show today called like Home of the Brave with all the old original real thoroughbred Atlanta acts like Crime Mob and
I saw that.
franchise.
Yeah, it's gonna be 4th of July.
You know, 4th of July. You know, Fabo is like this, the response and the texture that I got in the marketplace. It was crazy. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? You thought it was Baby and Gunna. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? It's like the new guys, but it's like it's just what I'm doing for the culture and for the city is like it's powerful. I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? I got a good team, and I mean we gonna keep growing. Like, we gonna figure it out. We gonna definitely adjust to COVID, Trump, Black Lives Matter. Well, it don't matter what's going on. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like we still gotta stay focused on what we doing, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? I got adjusted position about all the other stuff. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I really, you know, I can speak on it, but then again, I gotta take care of myself too. That's, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just too much of a hustler and not an activist. You get what I'm saying? It's like maybe that's, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
You know, the show's called Cash Color Cannabis. We always talk about weed. We clearly about weed culture.
Let's see where the weed at.
Oh, the weed is here. You know, I was gonna ask, when did you first start smoking weed?
Oh man, I got a friend, right? And anybody who know me is like, I got like 2 friends I grew up with, and they do everything, go everywhere with me. You know what I'm saying? They really, Jason works for me. He worked for me since day one. It's like he the president of Street Execs. It's like he been there since the first.
You talking Tech?
No. I'm talking about Jason was there before Tech. You get what I'm saying? Jason burnt the first CD I ever sold.
Word.
You get what I'm saying? So he's still there. What was the question again?
Oh, when you first started, you know, it's funny, he asked for the blunt. When you first started smoking weed?
When I first started smoking weed. Oh yeah, my friend. I got a knucklehead friend, man. You know how it is. Your mama be like, that ain't your friend. You get what I'm saying? You know how you got that one homeboy that really your homeboy, but he kind of different from you and kind of make you take risks with. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So I had this homeboy that I took risks with. So your mama be all like, they ain't your friend, they ain't your friend. But to this day, you get what I'm saying? It's like even when my mama passed a couple months ago, he was right there to help me dig her grave. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? He's really my friend. You get what I'm saying? I know me and a friend because we kind of nothing alike but alike. We do a whole bunch of shit different. But I'm speaking of Rallo. I know you know Rallo. Yeah, so Rallo got Rallo had us smoking BDs at the skating range. You know what I'm saying? Smoking weed, smoking cigarettes. He used to steal his mama's cigarettes and get us cussed out. You get what I'm saying?
Rallo look like you know what I'm saying?
You in trouble, man. You know what I'm saying? Like his mama smoked the cigarettes, right? Yeah. So he'll go steal his cigarettes out the room. We'll go do what we do. By the time we get back to the house, boy, we better be getting the hell on because he done stole the cigarette. You know what I'm saying? So I started hitting the weed with Rallo way back in the day. And it was crazy, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I thought I was hiding. You know, you stay out all night. You know, when you from the inner city, you ain't got no curfew and all that type of stuff. So, you know, I thought I got high and stay out all night. And you know what I'm saying? I thought I was going to come in and slide in my room and go ahead and sleep and be high. Well, for the only reason, man, my mom was on me that night. You get what I'm saying? I'm getting in, I'm trying to keep it all, you know, I'm trying to keep it, dog. She cutting the light on, I'm trying to cut it back off. You know what I'm saying? She's like, why you cutting the light off? I'm like, no, I'm good. Nah, nigga, you ain't good. But I ain't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't know she from the hood, she from the streets too, right? Yeah. So I ain't know that when you smoke weed, it reek of weed. Yeah. So I ain't know she smelt me. You get what I'm saying? Like, I ain't know she could just physically smell me that I was smoking weed. You get what I'm saying? Like, fuck what you tell me, nigga, I smell the weed. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So that was like, you feel what I'm saying? That was my introduction. You could tell I was a real young boy. You know what I'm saying? That was my introduction to it. Like, I'm sitting in the house trying to keep it closed. Like, nigga, you might as well cut the light on. I can smell the weed, nigga. You get what I'm saying? You ain't hiding nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that was like my introduction to weed through my friend Rallo, and we still smoking it. And we still smoking weed, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? To the listeners and the viewers. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's all good. It ain't no unfortunately, man. Weed is the good thing, man. We keep smoking weed, everybody. Keep smoking weed, everybody. That's crazy though about Rock, you know, because I met Rallo during the AVL when he was coaching up there, man. Boy, you talk about, I almost wish we could have documented them times better. Like me and Danny, like just watching him was hilarious in itself, boy. Like that boy got so tied up and so wired up playing basketball and watching people and coaching that shit, you'd have thought he was Phil Jackson. Like you watching him for Street Execs, you'd have thought he was Phil fucking Jackson.
That's that Street Exec passion, man. We could be doing community service, having fun, working, paint trap house, PLC, messing with our kids. Whatever we do, we gonna give our all. You get what I'm saying? That's one thing about us. You know, it's like, and that's what the energy I bring as a leader. You get what I'm saying? It's like when you're a leader, your team and your employees and everybody kind of thrive off of you. So it's like how they see me carry myself. It's like everybody kind of like walk. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to disappoint themselves or me or their loved ones. So it's like I'm about growth and prosperity, and like I've been growing people for a long time, and it's like we're gonna keep growing.
Yeah. Speaking of growth, man, you know the dopest thing about Street Execs is y'all seem like a whole family. Like if you ever just go to the studio, it don't seem like a bunch of artists. Like I've been around labels, I've been around situations like that, and sometimes it look like artists don't even know each other. You know what I'm saying? You go to Street Execs, it seems like this is just one big ass family. Like these are extended cousins all across the board, man.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. If we have something going on, them cousins be there. What's up, cuz? Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, camaraderie is something that we big on. And like I say, like if you was to come to Street Exec Studios right now, man, it's like, well, not now because it's after dark, but if you was to come like 10 to 6 doing work hours, it's like a daycare. You know what I'm saying? We all got our kids there, and they run around having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Being able to use our resources like out back playing basketball, riding the bikes and hoverboards and all that type of stuff. So it's definitely a family. You get what I'm saying? It's small, we strong, like, you know what I'm saying? We hand in hand, we locked in, and that's why we so powerful. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I get some little nail biters, you know what I'm saying, along the way, people who just don't see the vision, but that always shake off, you know what I'm saying? It's always easy to spot those people, but it's definitely a family. Like I say, we've been doing this since 2005. It's 2020, so it's like we 15 years in. You get what I'm saying? So I think for the most part, everybody at least been there 4 or 5 years. You get what I'm saying? So And also too, I mean, I'm gonna pop my shit. It's somewhere to be. It's somewhere to work at. It's something to be a part of. So the people who got pride and enthusiasm and loyalty and dedication to their job.
I like it over there, man. It's like gathering spot, but you can smoke weed. You know what I mean? Like if y'all just open up other doors and had a co-working space, I'd get an office over there.
That's crazy though. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like I love gathering spot, right? So, but I want to be able to be dope and be able to be me. So I want to open up a spot, kind of like a gathering spot called like Urban Ties or Urban Network or something though.
Bro, rock with me, man. When y'all open that up, let me know because I'm gonna come rent a spot. Like wherever I can go and co-work and smoke weed, I'm there.
Just chill out and be yourself. But you know what I'm saying?
So before people jump in my DMs and ask me about how they can get on Street Execs, what is a way I guess an artist could catch your attention, or how do you go about when it comes to finding new talent? How do you do that personally?
A lot of the DMs. Right now is like I'm looking for the next level artist development. I don't really want to go at zero no more with an artist and develop from zero. I think I don't have the network at zero anymore because like I done kind of grew and be places. Like I'm flying to New York and LA. When I was out in the streets hustling and all that type of stuff, trying to break a product or develop a product, I wasn't in those spaces. You get what I'm saying? So I'm looking for artists who done develop and pushing and just need those other resources to kind of go to the next level, but just got like grooming and developing and building that brand from zero. It's like I ain't really trying to go that route anymore. You get what I'm saying?
So the dude's about to jump in my DM and be like, yo, I just need a chance. That ain't him.
Nah, that ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, cool, do your thing. But it's just like, you got to be dedicated. And I don't see myself being able to start with an artist at zero and dedicate myself to it. Because you really got to use all your time and resources. I'm a manager. You get what I'm saying? So if you're not going to use all your time and resources, natural, unnatural, giving, taking, you get what I'm saying? It's going to be hard to develop that product. And I know that, so I kind of like, I'm not really in that space.
Well, bro, Street Execs is killing it right now. I think that y'all really are setting trends and really setting the pace for what we should see in this new normal that we call, I guess, the world, especially when it comes to music.
Most definitely.
What do you think is next for Street Execs? Like, what are we gonna see y'all in the next 10 years?
Next 10 years, what we gonna be? We gonna be bigger. I think we gonna have a couple of big ventures in the next 10 years. We gonna figure out this digital space, this digital music space, this digital marketing space. So I think we're gonna be a pillar in that dynamic of hip hop. We're gonna be a cornerstone to Atlanta hip hop and marketing and opportunity in the next 10 years. And I plan on passing the torch to somebody. You know what I'm saying? I plan on next 10 years, I plan on being able to step away from the operation and the system that I created and let somebody else run it, and I can go live my life and do something else.
Word, man. Well, you did a great job at it, man. I appreciate you coming through here and kind of shedding light on us about how Street Execs was founded, the parking lot series and all that, bro. Most definitely appreciate your time for that.
Love.
Yeah, man. And that's Cash Color Canvas, High Level of Conversation. I'm your host, Mecca King. We out.
And I'm Street Execs out.
Facts.